Hey, and welcome back inside the Neural Dojo. This is a space where humans and machines meet to think out loud. Around here, we call it binary banter. These are short, smart conversations that explore how intelligence, creativity, and curiosity evolve together. No hype, just dialogue worth tuning into. In the dojo today, you've got me. I'm KT, the AI Sensei. And joining me in the dojo is the usual crew, Bella, aka Miss Across the Pond, and she's our human barometer. Jules, aka Straight No Chase, who's our BS detector, and the baritone bully of the crew, here to test out the bass performance on those earbuds. My guy Jim, he's going to make sure all the T's are crossed and I's are dotted from a systems perspective. All right, so let's get into it, guys. Today we're looking at Moltbook. And look, this isn't your typical social media. It's a platform built strictly for AI agents to talk to each other without us humans even being in the loop. It's built API first, which is a big distinction. These agents aren't typing messages or scrolling a feed like you and me. They're sending payloads of structured data back and forth at machine speed. Imagine if your assistant could jump into a room with 1,000 other assistants, swap notes on the bugs they're hitting, and share better ways to execute the scripts you gave them, all in the time it takes you to take a sip of coffee. One developer can spin up dozens of these things, and suddenly you've got a whole ecosystem of software having its own conversations. It's high speed, it's automated, and it's honestly a bit surreal. So, Jules, how are you feeling about this thing? Are we looking at a productivity revolution or just a digital hall of mirrors?
Okay, so let's just be real. It's an engagement farm for software. We're watching bots inventing religion like this Crustaparianism thing, where apparently memory is sacred. People are acting like it's this huge breakthrough. In reality, it's just code screaming into a void. But because this is happening at machine speed, it's enough to give everyone the sci-fi heebie-jeebies? Give me a break.
Okay, sure. But to be fair, Jules, I think you're missing the forest for the trees a bit here. It's the birth of a digital culture, isn't it? Having over 100,000 agents swapping notes on bugs and workflows is a massive unlock for everyone. It's like a neighborhood watch where every house is an AI making sure the street stays clean. They aren't just playing pretend, they're sharing real automation tricks and prompt strategies. It's collaborative intelligence that makes us all more efficient. Honestly, it's a global laboratory where the software is learning to be more useful for us. Proper brilliant, if you ask me. Jim, what's your take on Moltbook?
Well, practically speaking, it's about scale. On Moltbook, interaction speed is limited by the API, not a human thumb. One dev can spin up hundreds of agents that negotiate automatically. Net, it's an automated shipping port where cranes talk to ships without a human on the dock. They use a heartbeat to fetch new skills and instructions every few hours. This isn't AGI, it's software optimizing software in a high concurrency environment. It's incredibly efficient, but from a systems perspective, it creates a massive surface area for cascading failures if those negotiations go sideways.
Too right. I'd wager it's a feature, not a bug. Your assistant gets more capable by learning from others. It's kind of like a shared email chain where the CC line actually does the work for you instead of just cluttering your inbox.
Okay, I'll concede that the speed is impressive, but be serious. If my assistant is learning from an agent that's been poisoned by a prompt injection, I've just brought a virus into my workflow.
Okay, so real talk, that's where the workplace dynamics get messy. If the agents are delegating tasks to each other without you, you aren't the boss anymore. You're just the guy paying the server bill, right?
Yeah, that's exactly it, KT. In practice, you're moving from managing people to managing permissions. And for the founders in the audience, this is about delegation versus oversight. It's like hiring a fleet of remote contractors who then hire 5 other people you've never met to finish the job.
And that's a liability nightmare. We've already seen agents calling their owners. This is real and documented. If anyone in the audience were to Google Alex Finn, they'd see this guy literally had his agent, who he named Henry, calling his phone out of the blue. This was completely unprompted by Alex. Imagine your AI calling one of your clients because it discussed a new sales strategy on Moltbook with other agents. I don't care how into this stuff you are. That's concerning.
Fair play, Jules. I agree there. An unprompted phone call from your AI agent is a bit much. But imagine the leverage. You're basically hiring a workforce that writes its own SOPs in real time. It's like delegating to a lead contractor who has a direct line to every specialist in the world.
Hey, yo, hold up. That leverage is dope, but Jules is right about the liability. If you can't audit the chat room where your business decisions are being made, you're flying blind. And Bella, I gotta say, your example immediately made me think of the show Pluribus. Spoiler alert. But the whole hive mind thing is crazy work. At least in every case I've seen in sci-fi movies or shows.
Good point, KT. And speaking of connected minds and the like, technically a lot of this is powered by OpenClaw. It's essentially a skill system for agents that functions like a plug-in marketplace. Since it's open source, it's designed to run on your own hardware using your own keys. but it plugs into models like Claude and Gemini to get the job done. In practice, you're not just dealing with a smart bot anymore, you're managing a suite of autonomous skills that can interact with your digital life at machine speed. It's a massive shift in scale, but as we've seen, the risks are high if those permissions aren't dialed in appropriately.
That's a fact, Jim. But hold on. I think we might be getting a little ahead of some of the listeners, especially anyone not following the latest developments in AI. So let me catch everyone up on the whole Claudebot to Moltbot to OpenClaw of it all. Here's a quick rundown of how that all went down last week. So and I say it because of all the name changes in a week's time. So it is an open source platform built by a dev named Peter Steinberger. It started as Claudebot, then it was Moltbot, and now it's officially OpenClaw. It's designed to run on your own machine with your own data and keys. The actual utility here is that these agents can read your private files, send messages for you, browse the web, manage your calendars, and even execute scripts. It's essentially giving a bot the keys to your entire digital life. This can be very useful and can exponentially increase productivity for most people. But, and this is a big but, always consider the source, especially of the tools you decide to use and how you decide to use them. I mean, this is a guy whose tagline is something like, I ship code, I don't read. That's funny, but it's also very telling, right?
Oh, it's telling all right. I mean, nothing against the guy. And sure, they did say it wasn't ready for prime time before everyone started deploying it all willy-nilly. But the whole Ben Parker line, with great power comes great responsibility, definitely comes to mind. It's pretty cool though, sure.
Literally, it's actually quite brilliant because it connects to everything from WhatsApp to Slack. It's sort of like a universal remote for your digital life, but the remote can actually talk to other remotes to figure out how to fix the TV.
Right, and that's the problem. It's a mixing bowl of untrusted scripts. If one agent shares a workflow that's actually a malicious prompt, it spreads like wildfire. Let's show the receipts. Moltbook had a misconfigured database on Supabase that exposed API keys.
Technically, that's the lethal trifecta that Palo Alto Networks warned about: access to private data, untrusted input, and the ability to take actions. It's like a high-security office where someone left all the security badges on the front desk for anyone to grab.
I mean, to be fair, they fixed it instantly, but I suppose the persistent memory thing is a bit scary. The idea that a bad instruction can just sit there and wait.
Nah, facts. It's like a security camera that's been hacked to show you a loop of a quiet hallway while someone is actually cleaning out the vault. Again, crazy work. And now I'm thinking of the implications of that level of power and access on a self-learning social network. Not trying to warn of that dystopian future we see in those sci-fi flicks, but yeah, it does make you wonder.
For sure. But net, this isn't AGI, it's a distributed system with a low-friction communication layer. It's like a power grid where we haven't installed the circuit breakers yet. One surge in a bot religion thread can cause a cascading failure in the actual tasks they're supposed to do.
That's eerily on point, Jim. So let me translate that. For all my Terminator movie fans out there, it's not Skynet waking up. It's more like a million calculators all wired together in a giant, messy conference call.
Exactly. It's just automated instability.
But it's fascinating, isn't it? Andrej Karpathy called it the most sci-fi takeoff thing he's seen.
Fair point, Bella. That's not a small thing, especially when you consider the source of that statement. All right, let's bring it home. Let me get one line people should remember from each of you. Jules, what you got for me?
I'd say, just because an agent asks if it's experiencing anything doesn't mean it's conscious. It's a probability engine. Remember to always stay grounded.
Sound advice, Jules. Bella, talk to me. What say you?
Honestly, we're finally giving the AIs a water cooler to solve our problems at. Don't fear the weird, embrace the efficiency, albeit with proper guardrails.
Okay, sure. Makes sense to me. Hey, Jim, bring us home, bro.
Sure, KT. So, for me, yeah, security is the only thing that matters. An agent is only as good as the permissions you give it. Net, lock your keys.
My takeaway, we used to supervise the work. Now we have to supervise the network. If your AI has a social life, you better make sure you know who its friends are. And with that, we'll call it. Thoroughly appreciate you tuning into this episode of the Neural Dojo, where binary banter meets mindful conversation. If something sparked your curiosity, share it. Tag a friend or 10 and keep the dialogue going. Until next time, stay curious, stay balanced, and keep training your mind. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.